Pisces, this week, a little bit of being strong, a little bit of focus and moving on quickly, and a little bit of moving forwards. Let's have a look and see what's going on for you, Pisces, because it looks a bit dodgy this week. Let's have a look. So, Pisces, I'm one, and I've pulled the Tower. Oh dear, what is going on for us, Pisces? We sort of go 10 steps forwards and then about 100 steps backwards, don't we? The Tower. Why has the Tower come out this week? Well, because you've got to be super strong this week. It's not about your world falling apart. It's more about everybody else's around you, or maybe just one key person's around you. But anyway, the Tower is coming this week and you've got to be strong. You've got to be super strong that nothing affects you. Here in the picture, one of the pillars that's been taking care of the Tower, it's broken, it's severed, but you're balancing precariously on the other three pillars. Where in your life has one of those pillars broken? Because we have the 4 pillars of life. We have health, wealth, relationships, and fitness. Where is it that you need to pay some attention to certain things? Where is it that wheels are coming off? And where is it you're doing a fine balancing act this week? Or where is it that other people in your life, and that's where I want to go, it's more about other people around you having issues and that they are not very strong in certain areas, and that you have to be strong for them to help them get through their everyday life in certain ways. And normally I would say to you, be reserved, be a tiny wee bit positively selfish and keep the energy to you. But maybe you need to help and you need to assist and you need to do something to bring about the repair here so that the Tower can get back to not being so precarious and about being whole and secure and stable. So this week we've kicked off with 1 major arcana, but we actually have 2 because the next one out is the Chariot. And the Chariot here is going, well, you've got to get your act together and think in a different way. Well, that's kind of what I've been saying about the Tower here, that you've got to have a different role and you've got to be strong in you and not fall apart ultimately, but you've got to be super strong, because the Chariot here is saying you've really now got to focus on exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it, because this is a running theme for Pisces. I keep saying to all of us, everything's changing very quickly. Well, the Chariot card's back in again and the Chariot's going at speed, and it definitely is changing very quickly. But again, you can see that these 2 horses are galloping through huge waves, and that is about big emotions, navigating big emotions, not necessarily our own. Again, it may be that people are targeting you, or you're having to cope with other people's issues. Wherever this falls in your life at the moment, Pisces, you're really in for it this week. In some degrees, I'd say just hide somewhere. Might be a bit of an easier week for you, Pisces, because you seem to be going out with a major drama around us. I personally don't like too much drama, but anyway, so here, allow a certain part of your thinking is also the other part of this card, because it's about focusing, bringing the 2 horses together. We have a brown horse and we have a white horse. Those are representations of the 2 parts of our mind, our unconscious mind, our logical mind. And in the middle of our mind, we have the cerebral cortex, the executor of our mind that causes us all the problems. But in this picture, he's steering the Chariot. And it's like, bring both parts of your mind together and totally focus on what you're doing. Don't be distracted by anybody else. Don't be distracted by the drama that's going on around you this week. I think that's more to it, isn't it? It's about everybody else's drama, and you stay focused. You stay on the path that you are on, Pisces, because that is going to be keeping you going in the right direction. Now, also with this Saturn in Pisces, I've said before, Saturn in Pisces says you can't go like this. Well, we're Pisces, and I learned many years ago to duct tape my 2 fish together like this, because I discovered in my 20s, that was a long time ago, that I couldn't think like this and I couldn't think like that. And for my sanity, I needed to go in one direction. And maybe Saturn is affecting us, that we can't go off in opposite directions because that's what Saturn in Pisces is this year for us. Can't float off in opposite directions to avoid things, but we can duct tape ourselves together, know exactly what we're doing, be totally focused on what you're doing, and don't allow anybody to push you off your path this week. But because we have 2 major arcana this week in the reading, Pisces, that gives me a timing of the next 2 weeks. Things are going to keep moving on a little bit, and bit of a seesaw going on. And over the next 2 months, everything is going to start pivoting massively forwards for us. And we're going to be going in a whole new direction. So stay focused, stay positive, stay strong, because the last card out is the 8 of Cups. And traditionally, this is about abandoning things. Well, that's a bit grim, isn't it? Because to abandon things, you have to give up on them. Well, let's have a look at it. Maybe you've got to give up on old ideas, old thought processes, old ways of doing things. Because like I just said, we've got to get the right-hand side of the brain together and the left-hand side of the brain together, get the executor to do all the right things, follow the right instructions, and be the right driver to drive us in the right direction. And here it's saying, look, just walk away from things that haven't worked. And it's not so much that you're giving up on anything, it's just that you've filled all those cups, they didn't particularly work out, and now you've got a new one on the horizon, and you can start walking forwards to something that's significantly better for you, significantly going to benefit you in a far better way than how the past has been. Oh wow, Pisces, I think on this card, I prefer what I've read from these other 2 gremlins in the background here. I think I'm getting the wow factor on your 8 of Cups. Something amazing. You're walking away from something that has been dragging along a bit like a ball on chain on your ankles for such a long time. And you're walking into a brand new future this week. There we go. That's why the Tower. Everything's got to change. Everything. You've got to circumnavigate lots of things this week. That's why all this change is happening. A big change for you this week, Pisces. Pisces, find your Superwoman, Superman outfit this week, Pisces, and fly off in your new direction. And could you just let me know what's going to happen or what is happening in your life? So I know, because I love everybody's stories. Pop me a comment. Great week for us, Pisces. Navigate it. It's going to set us off in the right direction. Like and subscribe to my channels on YouTube and TikTok. And I will see you in next week's weekly videos, next week's February videos, and then check out all my new stuff as well. I'm doing weekly wisdom and weekly astrology. They're all dropping on regular days like Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm all over the place. Anyway, lovely to talk to you, Pisces. I will see you next week. Bye.